wasn't even me. She said my daughter didn't want to go because she didn't want to be in Queen's shadow. So I couldn't let everybody go and my daughter not go. So at that point, back in the day when before we went, you told us that we was gonna get bashed because she said that Queen was a colorism. Yeah, she had that colorism scam. I'm like, that ain't had nothing to do with us. I'm like, I got a trip. Southside. Hey y'all, it's your girl Teosha, and I'm back with some more explosive tea. Okay, y'all know I got to give y'all the juice. So, Nique and King have responded, and they came with some receipts. So, we're going to start this video out. They came dropping all the tea. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but make sure y'all watch the whole thing. So, how it started was Nique needed to get into their YouTube account for something, but she didn't have her password. So, she texted Janay and asked her what was the password to their account, because they had it on their contract. Now, the new contract that everybody was talking about, that's not the contract that the original group signed. That's the contract that Janay wanted the new people in the boys' house to sign. So they had a contract. Nique and King for months had been asking her for their contract, but she said she just moved and she couldn't find it. Once she find it, she'll give it to them. So they left it alone. So then it comes to Nique asking for the password. She didn't respond. And I'm going to put the receipt here. And then Nique asked something again. Asked about the contract. And she texts back like 25 minutes later, saying, no, I haven't. So Nique finally... Nique asked her, did she get the pen? Because if she couldn't find the password, then she did a forgotten password. But the pen, because Janay had the two-step verification on their channel, the pen was going to her email and her phone. So Nique asked her, did she get the pen? She said, no, she haven't. Then she starts sending text messages talking about, if she feels like they're moving funny and all this kind of stuff, basically she has access to lock them out of the account. And I'm going to put the screenshots up here too, so y'all can listen. If y'all need to pause it, y'all can pause it. But, Nique and them said what they should have originally had, there should have been a red flag the first time. When they first met her, they was with another manager, and since they were getting out of agreement with their first manager, Janay said she wouldn't charge them at first because they were going to have to pay dues to the old manager. So Nique and them got a check. Their old manager took the whole check. They got a huge check. They said that one of their biggest checks, and it was literally cut in half. And Janay still asked them for money. And they was like, well, you said that you weren't, going to charge us since we were getting out of the old contract. But Janay wanted money. And she wanted the 20% basically from the whole check, not the half. So anytime you pay somebody a percentage, basically you pay them off what you bring it home, not what you gross, because gross is what you make, and then you have what you bring home or whatever. So their check was cut in half, and she still wanted 20% of the whole check. So say I got a $50,000 check and it was cut in half. Instead of her getting 20% of the $25,000, she wants 20% of the whole $50,000. So basically that left them with almost nothing. So they said that should have been the red flag. So once Nique finally got into the account, she noticed how Janay had the account set up. And as she got into it, Janay's in there, you know, changing stuff. So Nique's in there changing back. So that's when they come to the, you know, part about battling for the channel, which they gave her too much access to, which they admit. So after that, they finally get their channel and everything, and Janay starts sending message. They didn't tell anybody about what was going on. Janay starts sending messages to the group chat talking about basically Nique and King and how they moving funny and all that kind of stuff. So later on that night is when they hooked up with, what you growling for? Later on that night is when they hooked up with Carmen and Corey, and they showed them how the account is set up. So that's when they noticed that she had all that on their accounts and stuff. Which, and then they start spilling the tea. They start spilling the tea because of the fact that she started basically talking behind everybody's back. She's going back telling this person one thing, then telling this person another. The same messages that she's sending to Nique and King about how King is, you know, one of her favorites and all that kind of stuff. She ended up sending basically the same message to Corey. And then, so the tea that was spilled, they was like, she did not want, now all the baby mama crew was supposed to go and be in Queen's video, Mama's Hand. And she said she was so excited, like, yeah, y'all should go. And, you know, that would be good for the group and all that stuff to be in her video. And then when it came time for them to get ready to go, she said that Ari couldn't go because of prior engagements or whatever. And that the rest of them shouldn't go. But Nique and King said they wanted to go or whatever. And that's when she was like, she told the real reason why she didn't want them to go. She didn't want them to go because Ari, she said that they was going to get bashed because Queen is a colorist and she doesn't like dark people, and they're going to get bashed for that. Ari just didn't want to go. Ari didn't want to go because Ari doesn't want to be in Queen's shadow. But I thought they was cool. So is Ari like her mama a snake or no? Y'all let me know. But she said that Ari didn't want to go because Ari didn't want to be in Queen's shadow. So she felt like Nique and King and all them shouldn't have went. So because Nique and King went, basically she feels that they are working with people that she didn't want them to work with or doing things. And Nique and King said they feel like her, they are not a priority for her. She does not have their best interests at heart. And the Queen video was one of the reasons, because she didn't want them to go because Ari didn't want to go. So after that, she's talking about how they were bashing, how she said that they were going to get bashed because of Queen being a colorist and, you know, all that stuff. What are you? And she tells them if they want to get out of her, if they want to get out of her account, if they want to get out of her contract, that they can pay her $20,000 because they said, you know, they just want to be, at first she was trying to keep them. They was like, no, they just want to be done with her because, you know, of her not having their best interests and all that stuff. So they just wanted to be done with her, and they said they could still, you know, have a personal relationship. They just want to be done with her as far as business-wise. And she told them, well, you could pay me $20,000 and you can get out of your account. Why I keep saying out of your account? Out of your contract. Otherwise, she's gonna have to get an attorney involved. And they was like, no, they just want to be done with her, and they ain't paying her no $20,000. And then she sent Carmen and Corey the same message talking about if they want to get out of how he is basically Corey's, like a son to her. The same stuff that she told King is the same stuff that she told Corey, and told them, you know, if they want to get out of the account, pay her thousands of dollars. So basically, she's telling everybody if they want to get out of their old contract, to pay her all this money. But then she can't even find the original contracts that they signed. Nobody signed the new contract. They saying that the new contract has way more clauses in it than the contract that they signed. So that's the contract that Aries talking about. It's a simple contract that, you know, they went over. But this new contract is the new contract she's trying to have the people from the boys' house sign. And that got a whole bunch of stuff in there. So then, after that, Nique and them thought that they had their account recovered. Well, she had another step on their account to where she was still able to get in their account and change information, because she had another recovery pin, a Google pin on it. And I'll put the screenshots there, but she told them it changes the pin changes. And if they don't contact her within 24 hours, she is locking them out of their account. So at that time, they said Nique had to scramble and try and go in and figure out, you know, what other steps she had on the account, on their YouTube account, to where she could still seize it, even though she told them that she had another pin on the YouTube account, and that she can override the password with that pin. And they had 24 hours to get in contact with her. Otherwise, she was going to override their account. So at that point in time, they're just like, you know what, they done with her, and they just want to sever ties with her. And now everything has just been blown out of proportion, where she's going back telling everybody one thing, having everybody fight. They say, yeah, she tries to fix things. As Aries said, yeah, she tries to fix things, but she's the one that messes it up in the first place. She'll start drama, and then when everybody's fighting, she comes in like a savior and tries to be the peacemaker, when she's the one that started it in the first place. So I done brought y'all up to date on that. If y'all want more detail, y'all could go watch the video. They have two 30-minute videos on there, and there's going to be a part 3. So y'all know I'm going to keep y'all updated. But bye, y'all. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, and I'm going to keep on keeping y'all updated. Bye.